For many centuries, spaces such as the one we're standing in right now have inspired composers to write music that utilizes all of the spatial opportunities and acoustical properties in a room like this. In our next concert, Psalms of David, which will be on May the 7th, we'll be exploring some of these ideas in the form of the polychoral motet. Now, before your eyes glaze over, let me explain a little bit of what that's all about. Polychoral means, of course, many choirs, and if you come to the concert, that's exactly what you're going to find. There are going to be choirs scattered all over the room. We'll have 32 singers and an orchestra of 13 players. We'll also be utilizing the high altar area down front and some of the side altar spaces as well. These players will all be gathered here playing and singing the same piece of music at the same time from different locations in the church. And it'll drive them crazy, but it's going to sound great. The polychoral motet is a genre that came into being sometime during the 16th century, and it came to its full fruition notably in Venice at St. Mark's Church during the late 16th and early 17th centuries. One of the composers represented on the program, Giovanni Gabrieli, became the organist at St. Mark's in 1585. Now, he didn't invent the polychoral motet, but what he did was brought it to previously unheard of levels of complexity and beauty. We have an early music band that will be joining the choir, which means that a lot of the players are playing on instruments that have passed out of standard usage, but would have been known to audiences 4 centuries ago. For instance, the cornetti, which are the forerunners of modern-day trumpets, sackbuts, which are the precursor to modern trombones. In the continuo unit, we'll have 2 theorbos, and we'll also be using both organs here in the space. Nancy Amparella, our associate organist, will be playing the portative organ, which will be down front. And then our former assistant organist, Andrew Henderson, will be here in the loft on the Mander organ. Here in the modern day, we have many different arrangements and editions of these pieces available, but none of them work specifically for the instruments that we are having that night at the concert, and so I'm customizing an orchestration to go with the band that we're going to have. As the name of the concert implies, we'll be taking as our text many of the Psalms of David. This is fascinating for musicians because the Psalms are the earliest extant sung texts that we have in the Judeo-Christian tradition. I'm proud to be presenting a few pieces by Salomone Rossi. Rossi was an Italian Jewish violinist and composer who was born in 1570. He had a considerable output of secular music for orchestra and small instrumental ensembles, but he wrote quite a large body of liturgical music as well. And I'm proud that we're doing 3 of his psalm settings as well as a setting of the 11th century Jewish hymn Ein Keloheinu, set for double choir. What we're hoping that you, our audience member, will take away from this music is a connection with our brothers and sisters who lived 4 centuries ago and who created these magnificent works of art and enjoyed them and listened to them. We hope that your ears and your minds will be opened up to worlds yet unperceived. I'm Scott Warren, Artistic Director of Sacred Music in a Sacred Space. I hope you'll join us for this concert at the Church of St. Ignatius Loyola.